Hey guys, what is going on? My name is Fen and today we're going to be doing some League of Legends. Now this is solo queue normal and I've been playing Pantheon. On my team, let's just have a look at the team comps while we are buying stuff. We've got Lee Sin in the jungle. We have me with Timo at bot lane. We also have Nasus, or Nasus, however you want to pronounce his name, up top. And we have Cassiopeia in the middle. So, on the enemy team, we've got Rangar, who will be jungling. We have Ziggs, who will be middle. We've got Ezreal and Mundo, who will be bottom. And we also have Olaf, who will be at the top. So, I know that pretty much we're going to have some really AD type characters on this team. So, I went up and picked up some armor just to give us that little bit of extra survivability against these people. You know, Ezreal could go AP. I doubt that's a very viable thing to go, to be honest. Ziggs is their only real AP on their team. The rest of them will probably go AD items. So building the armor up really will help out. And I knew that we were going to be pushed at bot lane because Ezreal is ranged. Pantheon is more of a melee champion. He does have one ranged ability, but saying that, it's not that great. Now, apologies for this stupid attempting to reconnect thing. They still haven't managed to fix it with the low recorder. So, I also picked up some health potions and one mana potion just to make sure that I can actually kill someone when the time is right. So let's take up top. Nothing's happening at top. We're kind of just guarding here at the minute because we want our Lee Sin to have a decent leash and of course to protect him so they don't get pulled in. So here we go. Ziggs is in the middle. I'm going to be focusing on Pantheon pretty much throughout this game, but I will try switch to the other lanes for you guys just in case you are interested in what's happening. So here he actually smited way too early and I went back to help, but then he smited, so I actually retreated yet again. So let's have a look at the bot lane here. So we do have some Ezreal action going on with Mundo. A bit of an unusual comp, but I guess our comp here is a bit unusual as well. I didn't really want to play support today, or when I was actually doing this, so I went with Pantheon, who is pretty decent. So I've used a lot of mana so far, and we haven't been really started, but that's okay, because I'm getting some damage in. I didn't take any damage because of the block that Pantheon gets, which is pretty amazing. So here I'm trying to steal some last hits because I'm not going support, I'm going tank, because we don't really have a tank on our team. So here I took a lot of damage, but Mundo is being extremely greedy, and he is in fact trying to chase me down. And unfortunately they do get first blood. Ezreal just, I guess we focused on the wrong person. Mundo has a lot of HP. Let's see what he went. Yeah, he went with Doran's shield, so extra health, extra armor. And here I did something really stupid. I tried to get in and take Mundo down, and I couldn't. And then Rangar comes out of nowhere and just kills me. But that's my only death in this game, which is really good. I was really annoyed about that mistake because in hindsight everything always looks better, and I should have stayed because I knew I couldn't kill Mundo, but because I had this talent here which gives me 100% crit below 15% HP, I thought I could kill him with that, and unfortunately I didn't. So because I don't actually have runes and stuff, I'm not actually doing a lot of damage. I've always been tempted to buy runes, but instead of buying runes, I actually buy champions instead. I don't know why. I just like to play different champions. I'm trying to find that, that niche, the one that fits me. So far, I'm not being able to. Blitzcrank, I'm really good with Blitzcrank, but it gets boring after a while whenever you just play Blitzcrank all the time. So as you can see, Ezreal is basically on his horn here. Mundo is somewhere else. I don't know where he is. But this Timo that I'm playing with is very aggressive, and he does make a few mistakes. He's just being overly aggressive. But I guess that's what you get when you play solo queue normal. People are just trolling all the time, which is fine. So here I'm going in. I just want to get some shots off with this Ezreal because he is rather low. I really do like Pantheon because of his shield. It actually does stop the majority of the damage. It doesn't stop Mundo's meat cleaver, however, for some reason. But you know, I'm just getting my damage in. I'm trying to trade as best I can, because if I don't trade, then I'm just going to get worn down. So I do have my leap stun now, which is Agi's of Zionia, and this will basically help me stun them and basically get off my combo, which will be normally it would be spear shot, the jump stun, and then it'll be Heartseeker strike and then another spear shot. That's kind of the rotation you would normally go for, but I always like to just run in and stun them, especially from the bush, because it's a bit of a surprise. So here I got some damage in, and Timo is very low, and he dies, and I get Israel. Oh, so close. I don't know, I killed him there, and then I blocked, and then I killed him. And these guys just freak the shit out. They're like, hacker. And he clearly saw, well, he probably didn't, but we clearly saw that it was a proc from my my passive, which is Agi's Protection, which basically protected me from that attack, which probably would have killed me. So really happy there that we actually got 2 kills. Well, at least I got 2 kills. So very cool. I did actually pick up my ninja tabbies, which of course give me armor, reduce damage taken from non-torrent basic attacks by 10%, which of course in this case is Israel, who is AD, and Mundo, who is pretty much physical AD. So that's pretty good. But I'm also planning for the late game, because I know Olaf is a beast at AD, and he does really good damage. He does true damage as well. So, and we also have their jungler, which is Rengar, who is also a pretty damn beast at AD. So I do need to kind of practice now for the late game, especially because we are doing quite well. I was testing my Heartseeker strike on these minions, and it doesn't do any damage. It's quite pathetic actually, but I guess in a combination it really does work well with Pantheon. As you can see, I am moving back, I'm getting some spear hits in. I'm pretty confident that I can take a lot of damage, and I'm just trying to last hit best I can, waiting for the right time to gank. So he did actually miss his attack there, but he did get my shield down. So I'm going to jump in, I'm going to basically hit him with a spear strike, and then hit him with a Heartseeker strike, and he went down pretty low. So here we're basically just going in. I did ignite Mundo, so his passive didn't go up, but he isn't level 4 yet, so he doesn't have an ulti. And we did alright, you know. Timo got the kill, which is fine with me. We scared them off, we killed one of them. So the lane is pretty much ours. I did go back because of Rengar. I don't know where he is. And none of us actually bought wards at the bottom. And speak of the devil, there he is. He does have a pretty cool skin. It is the, I think it's the Predator skin. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Or at least a rip off of it. You know, you got your dreadlocks and stuff. Pretty cool. Is Cassiopeia going to get the blue? Yeah, probably. Yep, that's a good jungler, that. Ziggs doesn't have blue, which is going to basically put him at a disadvantage now. Nasus isn't doing too good up top because, of course, he is versus Olaf, which is pretty damn tough. Olaf does have slows. He can pretty much have an infinite slow if he wanted to, especially if you're running away from him and you're not lucky enough to dodge his attacks. He will just pick it up as he's chasing you and throw it again, and that'll be repeating all the way through until he kills you, especially with that true damage. So Timo, he's doing well. What is Timo actually building? Timo is building, he's building hybrid, AD, AP, which is pretty common on Timo, I must admit. So I did actually pick up some more armor because I'm going to go for Thornmail. You might think that Thornmail is a little bit excessive at this stage in the game, but we're doing so well. As you can see here, the damage that I did to that Israel, he'll never come back because he knows that one more hit and he will be dead. That's the thing I like about Pantheon, that his burst is pretty decent. I have no AD items whatsoever, it's all damage reduction, and I'm still bursting him down so hard. And it's going to basically tell him that if he does try to come out, then he's going to get jumped on and killed. So I pick up my ultimate here, which I think, I'm not sure if they've changed his ultimate, because a lot of people don't actually see me coming down with the, you know, the ring that appears, because a lot of people stayed in my ultimate, which was quite cool. Here Mundo is coming out. He's getting a little bit close, so I do stun him, and then as you can see here, he is very low again, and I took hardly no damage. Timo taking a little bit of damage. He's got no mana, so he will have to go back sooner or later. This Israel was a joke, to be honest. Now I know a lot of people out there who play League of Legends really competitively. You probably might not enjoy this video, but for people who play it casually, and that's pretty much what it's aimed at, people who play League of Legends, you know, casually, then hopefully you'll enjoy this. So Mundo did pop his ultimate there, which was good for us because he won't be able to use it next time. Ignite is off cooldown, or about to be off cooldown, which is pretty cool. And I'm just basically doing some damage, I'm trying to conserve my mana, but yet be aggressive as well, which is very difficult to do. So I do pop my health potion here, a mana potion rather, and a health potion, to get myself back up to full. And I did actually expect Teemo to be here, and unfortunately we didn't get the kill, because I flashed in to stun, and if Teemo would have hit him with a normal attack, the poison damage probably would have killed him, or if he hit him with a Q. So unfortunately, playing aggressive like that with summoners sometimes does work out and sometimes it doesn't. And as you see here, my Heartseeker strike actually did pay off, and I did actually get Mundo down, which was really, really cool. Now I know Israel is very low, so just one hit, one stun, and he will be dead. But he is playing very aggressive, so I do need to get my shield up, so I can actually go in and tank a tower hit. So I'm just going to take a little drink while we are waiting. So Israel did back off there, which was smart of course. If we look at Israel items, I wonder where he started going trolling, because he's starting out pretty decently with the right kind of items. I won't necessarily go with this, but I never really play Israel, so... but at the end, he actually had some really stupid items. I think it was that stage where he decided to just troll his team because they were losing so hard. Mundo, of course, going the similar build to me, which basically gives him more defense, and Nasus kind of has the same idea. I wouldn't have really built the Phage on Nasus because he needs a lot of defense versus Olaf. Olaf, again, he's just got one item, which is the Executioner's Calling, so he does need to be careful. And here I'm actually, as you can see here, do I kill him? I don't think I do kill him. Yeah, the slow, it's just the slow. But I do basically tear them off. I'm not sure if I actually... Oh yeah, I do kill Israel here. That's spear chuck. And as you can see here, I'm doing a little bit of damage to Mundo, just telling him, back off out of my lane, this is mine. And again, I'm probably going to go back because I am low on mana, I'm low on HP. It wasn't too bad of an engagement. I did obviously get a kill, which was great. I'm pretty much helping our team to win here. I'm 4-1-1, so I don't have many assists. I've pretty much got most of the kills bottom lane. And I'm doing really well. So I'm not going to go back, I'm actually just going to help push this lane because we want to get the tower down. Mundo is still sticking around, which is fine. Rengar is here. And I actually tried to Heartseeker strike these minions here, but I saw Rengar, so I tried to move away. But with Smart Cast, I actually shot it the other way, which was, again, a newbie mistake, but it's one of the mistakes that could be avoided. But I panicked a little bit because I am on a bit of a killing streak. So as you can see here, Ziggs and stuff is coming out, and Teemo unfortunately does die. I do take a big ulti to the face, but I do manage to get away just because of the amount of armor that I have. Cassiopeia, I think she's going to get a kill. Yeah, she does get a kill, but I think she does go down. No, she doesn't go down. Oh wait, yes she does. An ignite there from Ziggs basically got her down. And Ziggs will stay around for a while now. I'm just going to try and dodge as many of his abilities as I can. He does have a pretty damn long range on his abilities. Our tower is almost down, so I do need to be careful. I could get jumped here. I should have actually gone back because they could literally just basically jump me. But as you see here, Ziggs is taking a little bit too much damage. I do ignite him. I'm not sure if I do kill him. I think he might have popped a potion. Yeah, I think he did. I should have just maybe followed him a little bit, but then again, Mundo probably could have slowed me down, and they probably could have killed me. Yeah, as you can see, he is literally on like 0 HP. It's funny. But Teemo to the rescue. Teemo does insane amount of damage there, and he does actually, I think he flashes. No, I think it was a mushroom. I think something killed him. So Teemo got 2 kills there, which was fantastic. And Israel, let's actually look at his items. No, he's still going pretty strong with proper items. Of course, we've got Rengar here trying to gank Teemo, but with all these shrooms around, it's not really going to be that easy. Where am I? I'm up here. Oh yeah, this is where I was actually waiting. I was waiting for about, I'd say, a minute to get enough gold to get my Thornmail, because I didn't want to leave. But of course, Lee Sin came down bottom, which was great, and he actually did help kill Rengar. Teemo got him with the poison, which was great, but he did die. And of course, I'm spamming here to kill this Israel because he's not playing the best. He probably could have played better if he did a little bit more, but unfortunately, he was pretty much trolling. I believe he was trolling. Cassiopeia, this was a really new mistake, very, very greedy. She ran in trying to kill him, and if Lee Sin maybe would have helped, he might have got it, but he did get it at the end, or Cassiopeia did rather. Lee Sin is pretty low. He is coming down. I've got my Thornmail now, which I'm pretty happy about. And I think Lee Sin does survive, but our tower does go down. So that's a bit unfortunate. Our top tower is already down. Nasus didn't do too well. Let's see. 0 on 1 and 3. I don't know where he got the 3 assists from. Maybe it's some ganks. Olaf 2, 2 and 0. Not too bad. Ali Sin 3, 1 and 2. Where am I going? I'm headed down here, and this is a good example of how much damage the minions actually do. They're actually doing quite a lot of damage to me, which I don't want to happen because I don't want to be low HP when I basically go to enter an engagement. So I know that basically Teemo will be okay bottom farming, so I'm going to go to mid and help out because Nasus is here and with Cassiopeia, but they are versus 3, which isn't great. But they do actually manage to turn it round. Olaf is actually going to go down, I believe. And I came in just a little bit too late. I could have stole that, which would have been awesome, but unfortunately, just a bit too slow. So Rengar is here now, and of course, we've got a lot of them here. So it's pretty much 4v4 in middle. Lee Sin is actually running away by the looks of it, going to get some wraiths. And this is where I kind of noticed how much damage Ziggs could actually do to me. When it hits me with his bomb here, just see how much damage it does. I think it does about 300 damage. Yeah, it did quite a lot of damage there, about 200 odd damage. I was thinking of, at that point, should I get some magic resistance, but it kind of doesn't make sense to get magic resistance because Ziggs isn't actually carrying the game. So I could pretty much kill him if needed. So here I'm basically just wondering what I should do. Should I go top and farm this? Oh, nope, Nasus is there. So I'm going to go back to base and just heal up because I am pretty low. Teemo getting Rengar again. And Israel failing there miserably. So let's have a look at his items. So he's still doing okay. On my team, it looks like I've got the least amount of items, but I've probably got one of the better items in the game. Especially for tanking, like a fully AD team like we are versus here. Of course, melee damage, range, but melee damage, melee damage. So it's just Ziggs who is pretty much AP. So here, Olaf did go down. I didn't actually catch that, which is a little bit unfortunate, but that's okay. Let's continue to watch and see what's going to go on. So actually, Israel is there. Not sure what he's doing, but I'm actually going to do a little bit of damage to him. Sadly, I don't think I kill him. No, I don't. I do start to run away here because I know Ziggs is close, and I might be able to kill him, but with a slow, it's not very ideal. Now, of course, versus Pantheon, or playing Pantheon, the only bad thing is that you don't have any slow, so red buff is actually ideal. Now, this part I thought was really funny because Rengar is actually pounding on me the best he can, and I'm just tanking his hits, and it does hardly any damage to me. It's really quite funny, and that's why I like Thornmail. It's so good, especially for this type of team. When you're ahead like this, if you can get something like this when you're playing a tank, and especially Pantheon because he does have a passive block every time you attack, so you can potentially avoid a lot of damage there. I think it's really cool. So I'm actually going up to get wolves now because it's kind of coming to that point where they will surrender soon because we are so far ahead. And which I think people who surrender when you're so far ahead is kind of a good thing, because potentially you're kind of saving everybody's time, especially when someone's really screwing your team up and feeding. But sometimes you can actually pull it back and you can do so good and actually pull back and win. I guess it's really hard to determine what you should do. Should you surrender or should you kind of continue? But when you're so far behind like this and you've got some really fed people, there's just no point. You might as well surrender because it's just going to save everybody time. But normally I wouldn't really suggest surrendering if you are doing equally as well. Like it's quite even. Just be careful and just play as a team. So as you can see here, Rengar is actually doing a lot of damage to me, but he's also taking a lot of damage as well, and Nasus is actually doing a little bit of damage to him. And I think it was his ulti he used to actually get away. So as you can see, I didn't take hardly any damage. I was pretty decent there. I took 2 tower hits, I believe it was. And Rengar's here is going to Thornmail. You know, that little face was like, urgh. So I'm just doing a big old smiley face because I know that, yeah, you're pretty much useless now, Rengar, because you're so far behind, you don't have the damage. Let's actually look at his gear. Yeah, he's got some armor, which was weird. Why choose? I think that was from his jungle. He's got a Phage, and then he's got a Doran's Blade, a Berserker Graves, and then Brawler's Gloves. I think this is really, really weird. He should have gone for one specific item. I don't know. I don't jungle on Rengar, so I don't really know. But I think they're pretty much wrong items. He could have gone for something a little bit better. And Cassiopeia going for 3 Doran's Rings is not uncommon. So as you can see here, this is my second death, I believe. I should have actually gone from here because the ulti, if the ulti didn't come in, I probably could have survived. But the ulti came in, and of course with no magic resistance, I took quite a lot of damage. So unfortunately I did die, but this is where they surrender. So guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this game. I really enjoyed playing it. You know, the score wasn't the best, but I think if the game would have continued, I would have racked up the kills and I would have been a force to be reckoned with on my team because we just did so well. Especially bottom lane. Mid lane did really good, and of course top lane did really good as well. There's a little bit more to go. I do remember actually killing Olaf up here, which I'm gonna leave in because, you know, Olaf, really funny. He does blow his flash here. Yep. And I think he thought he could take me, so I'm actually doing a little bit of damage here. And this is a really close battle, but I think I do really well. Use my eye on him so he doesn't actually get that regen from his health. And I'm really low, he's really low. I run away, and then I just use my good old spear shot, which finishes him off. And I think if I didn't have Thornmail, he probably would have killed me. But because of all that damage were pretty much reflected back at least 30% of it, I was managed to kill him. And Olaf is a very strong character in League of Legends. He does a lot of damage, and he does a lot of true damage. So that being said, guys, that's about it. We're almost up on time here. So if you want to see more League of Legends, then let me know. I do have some other cool games. I've got a game of Soraka where I go, I think it's like 3, 2 and 40 in assist. It was a pretty good game. I've also got a decent game of Katarina going mid. I did really good on that. I mean, these are solo normal queues, so you don't expect like 2200 ELO because I'm not that type of person. I just play League of Legends to have a lot of fun, and yeah, I sure had a lot of fun on this match. So guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed this video, and if you enjoyed it as well, make sure you leave a comment in the comment section below to let me know that you liked it as well. And if you want to see more, again, leave it in the comment section below or hit that thumbs up button. Peace, guys.